Hi there, Libra. Thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for January 2017. And welcome to the new year. It's a year full of promise for you, not least because Jupiter, the planet of growth, the good fortune of optimism, remains in your sign right through round to October the 10th. But it begins this year, Jupiter, in an opposition with Uranus, that restless planet which has been so much for you, especially up until March of last year, in its right angle to Pluto, which was really providing quite an unsettling environment as far as close relationships are concerned, perhaps even in the family too. Part of this is the fact that Uranus is about freedom. And in your sector of relationship, it's kind of like, yes, you do want to be involved, but you still need to protect your ability to be a free spirit. If you become too closely involved, then you can lose your identity and get swamped by the needs of others. And because there's such an emotional vibe around your horoscope as this year begins, and also one which is asking you to be very self-sacrificing, looking out for others, working hard, but not necessarily feeling that other people recognising some of your needs, it could lead to a sense of dissatisfaction. However, with Mercury reversing, a conversation may be needed, and it can be really from the start of the year, but it can particularly take shape from the 5th through to the 12th, when Mercury reverses back into the sign of Sagittarius. Maybe it's with a sibling that you need to have a chat. Maybe it's you thinking about your mode of transport, surprisingly, in a more practical way, that you need to create more freedom and space around your schedule each day so you can breathe as an emotional being, and some discussions may well be required to achieve this. It's great that you're prepared to look out for the needs of others. That's one of the most noble parts of your nature. But it's also very important that your own practicalities are protected, because that feeling of being swamped can lead to you feeling drained all too easily. However, Venus does move on the 3rd, and if you are thinking about moving or improving or trying to create a better emotional environment for yourself, that's going to be really helpful for you right through to the end of the month. Remember, Venus is your ruling planet. Some Libras may even be busy redecorating, strange as it may seem, at this early part of the year, or perhaps hitting the sales to buy items for your home, because anything that can provide greater comfort and coziness can definitely appeal to you. Now, there is going to be a very, very powerful full moon which occurs on the 12th. Now, this is going to pull into the mix Jupiter in your sign and Uranus in your opposite sign. And if you are feeling overburdened at work or at home, well, I do feel in the following 2 weeks a much more rebellious side of your nature can come out. In fact, that clash between Pluto and Uranus, which was so prevalent for 3 years until last March, kind of repeats itself for the first couple of months of this year. It's not very close. There's a 3-degree orb. But if you do feel yourself feeling fenced in, go and do something for you. Even if you don't want to break away from a relationship completely, you do need to feed your desire to do interesting things and be with the people you really enjoy. So don't become too codependent. I think that's really the key words here. However, if there is a situation which really isn't working for you, this cardinal ground cross could really cause quite a lot of conflict to come into the open in the 2 weeks from the 12th. Once Mercury moves back into Capricorn on the 13th, it kind of forces you to think about your emotional situation, and perhaps to also say some things that you've been reticent to say in the past. Things about how you really feel, rather than just trying to articulate yourself in a more airy and up in the head way. This is asking you to get in touch with how you really feel. Once the sun moves, however, on the 20th, the dynamic really sweeps much more in your direction, because then your physical vitality is going to improve, your appetite for life, the way you look at any niggling issues that may have come to the fore in the previous few weeks may be very different. There's a new moon on the 28th, which can prime you up even more to demonstrate to people just how attractive, alluring, fun, and talented you are. But also on the same day, Mars bustles into your opposite sign. And if someone around you really still isn't getting the message, you can go into a much more offensive position in the following 6 weeks, where you will be assertive and other people will listen. But if you're footloose and fancy free, I do feel the combination of that new moon and the move of Mars into that sector can set up some thrilling excitement in your love life right throughout February and well into March. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.